I get why Oprah said, you know what, now I'm good. And then she is kind of with Gayle, so anyways.
Yes.
How you getting a Daryl stressed you out first? Anyways, I genuinely hate the people that are like, oh, I told you so.
I know.
I don't like people who do that.
Because men are magicians.
And I don't want to be the one to
leopards.
do that. But then he also cheated on her. Babe. Do you know what postpartum really is?
People don't understand, like.
You're now sipping with SJ.
Guys, we are back with another episode of Sipping with SJ. I'm loving how much you guys loved the last episode, but we've got another great episode today. I'm joined by my friend who is a mother, a mogul, a fashion icon. Charles, somebody who's beat the odds.
Oh.
For real. I was going to say Mon Lagos, but she might beat me. Mon Ldn.
Oh, I've been here the last 6 months. I'm technically Mon Ldn again, okay?
Babe, you abandoned us. It's Mon Lagos and Mon Lagos for real. But how are you, my darling?
I'm doing great. Just
We
left
love
2
that.
under 2. Oh no, she just turned 3. I don't
She's,
have
I'm
2
not
under 2
saying she's,
anymore.
first of all,
I
put
don't
some
have-
respect on Tay's name.
Yeah. But just left my mad house. I said, let me chop it up with you real quickly.
No, because we got things to talk about, baby. We got things to talk about. So for those who have been living under a rock, and again, you might not know because, child, you busy at home. I know you're busy at home, and that's fine. But I got to bring the timeline topics to you.
Okay.
Halle Bailey and DDG.
Okay, no, I do. I'm not that far under the rock.
Babe,
That is a mess.
what's happening?
It's giving Krishan and
Our
Blueface.
Disney princess.
Like, why are
Little
you in
Mermaid.
this situation?
Why is she in this situation? It really is giving Blue Sean and what's her name? Krishan and Blueface,
Blueface.
because Blue Sean, that's what their name is.
Well,
from
that's
now
what
on,
happened
Blue
when they
Sean.
went for bowling together. Clearly, their energy rubbed off, and boom,
And then boom.
there you go.
I'm so for those who don't know, the situation is a few weeks ago, I feel like 2 or 3 weeks ago, Halle filed for a restraining order against, his name's Daryl.
Yes.
How you letting a Daryl stress you out first? Anyways, Daryl was stressing out our Disney princess. But basically in it, she said that he was physically, verbally, emotionally, and financially abusive towards her.
Financially abusive.
Girl, I'm
towards-
thinking, but how?
Don't you have more money than him?
Surely you richer than him. This is what I'm seeing.
I don't know about the. Oh.
This is what I'm seeing online. I don't know how much is true, but I'm gonna tell you what I saw. That's what I saw. She also said, "I'm seeking orders to protect myself and our son Halo from his ongoing abuse." But I'm just like, I genuinely hate the people that are like, "Oh, I told you so."
I know.
I don't like people who do that,
Because men are magicians.
and I don't want to
They're
be the one to
leopards.
do that. But girl, we told you that man weren't for you.
No, we do.
And I'm not victim blaming. I'm just saying, sometimes when your friends
A
speak,
little bit of precaution.
a little bit of precaution. Because what was that?
To be fair, even at the time, I was like, but we haven't really seen anything crazy from him.
True.
So I kind of was like, maybe we're being a bit harsh here. Maybe he's changed for her.
Only the only reason I was thinking, is it, isn't it? It's because I don't know if you remember, but in the initial stages of, in fact, before the initial stages of their relationship, Ruby Rose was dating him. And Ruby Rose
Wasn't that
came
just like
out.
publicity?
I don't know, because she came out and said that he was abusive back then. Then he also cheated on her, babe. Then when Halle and him started dating, she then came out and was like, "Oh yeah, there were even pictures of Halle wearing my T-shirt in his house."
I saw that.
I'm like, girl, it's already too messy for you, Halle. Like, you're literally
Yeah.
one of Beyonce's proteges. Like, this is already too
Yeah.
much mess.
Well, it's true.
Beyonce.
I mean, but Jay-Z's not really a saint, is he?
Child, but we ain't gotta think about him.
The mental's
I'm
not
telling
really
you, so
mentoring.
this is my thing. I feel like what scares me is I feel like successful black women, our greatest downfall, a good portion of the time, is black
a
men.
black man.
Am I wrong for saying that?
I mean,
It's general. I'm generalizing.
you're not wrong.
Like, what's going on?
A
How do
good portion
we
of the black male population
be letting us down?
Yeah.
I get why Oprah said, you know what, now I'm good. And then she is kind of with Gayle, so anyways. Anywho. But yeah, so DDG then came back and he filed a now against
Her,
Her.
yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
But I always, in my like heart of hearts, I genuinely believe the only reason he did that was so that he could release her text messages.
Do you think to make her look crazy?
1000%, because there was no way.
But all I was seeing in those messages is someone suffering from postpartum.
Postpartum.
It wasn't like, oh my gosh, she's not safe, take away the children. It wasn't giving that. It was like,
It's giving sis was down in the dumps and she needed some help.
And she needed help. And you was being I don't know if I can swear and stuff.
You can swear, girl. Being an asshole.
Yeah.
What he was
like,
being, sure.
Mm-hmm.
But this is my thing, because he now, okay, in general, in the state of California, it's really, really, really hard to get a restraining order. Like, you need substantial evidence for the judge to be like, do you know what? Granted.
So that could be why the text messages were included.
But not even that. If Halle has even got the restraining order, it's because she had enough proof that this guy is dangerous. So for you now to get a restraining order against her, you just wanted the text on file. That's all he wanted. I'm so sorry. I feel like he's manipulative, and he did it in a way that's like legal.
The public as well.
Yeah, because he's been doing so much, even with like India Love. Have you seen him with India Love?
What is that? So she's not seeing what's going on?
She's so seeing it, but I feel like, unfortunately, some of our OG baddies are showing their ass, and they are birds.
Yeah.
Because she's a bird to me. I'm so sorry.
Bird.
Like, what is she doing?
No, it's giving bird.
Why is she shaking her ass on DDG whilst he's got abuse claims?
I saw him like at a till or something, and she was just like, let me chill.
Like, what is that? Like,
girl.
all up on his back, like he's giving you a piggyback.
It's not cute.
Also, you should never have cut your dreads off, because now you even look 12. Sorry, I shouldn't be.
No, but you're spitting facts.
Like, what the heck is he?
You're spitting facts.
Girl, I'm upset, and I'm sad for Halle, and I really love how I'm on the right side of Twitter. Like, I've curated my Twitter timeline well enough that everyone on my Twitter timeline is cussing my guy, because what are you doing? People are like, oh, just because she has postpartum doesn't mean that she can threaten him or this or that or use suicide as. Do you know what postpartum really is?
People don't understand. Like, luckily, thanks to God, I've never experienced it like myself. But just those moments of down and like stress and like wanting to dash your baby over the balcony.
Bruh.
Joking. But, no, it's hard.
Babe.
And I'm sure he wasn't making it easier.
But she said that. There was even one time from the text messages that he provided, stupid. She literally said, like, I need your help. You keep letting me down. Just take the baby.
Yeah.
And he was like, go home. I'll come and collect the child. The baby's already at your house. Just come downstairs and take the baby.
I didn't know the baby was at the house.
She was downstairs at his house. And she
what
was
was
like,
he doing?
He said, drive back. I'm not letting you in the house. I'm not letting you in the house. Drive back.
That don't make sense. I'm suspicious. She's outside your house and you're going to make her go home so you can get the baby.
From your, like...
Maybe he was high or something.
He was something. He was just being manipulative. My thing is, all this I want Halo, I want Halo, I want Halo. Every time we've seen Daryl...
What Halo in the streams?
Babe, every time we've seen doo-doo garbage with Halo, he has been on stream, getting clout, monetizing this child. It's not been a thing of, oh, my son. Like, the child's first steps are online. The child's first... There's videos of Halo literally hitting... Daryl.
He's not feeling his energy, man.
Girl, babies will tell you. One thing about babies, they're great with... But anyway, going back to India. Do you have any of your friends, and you're going to put them on blast more if they do, but are any of your friends male-centered?
Male-centered? No, you know.
Girl, good.
Wait. No, you know.
Because I feel like male-centered women are very scary. She said, actually, maybe one.
No, I'm trying to think. Okay, so my current set of friends, no.
Yeah.
I've never had any, oh, no, my mom, no. I'm trying to think back.
Back in the day, have you experienced? I feel like we've all experienced them, but male-centered women are very scary. Now, I won't say, I definitely don't think I'm male-centered. In fact, if anything, I'm just pro-women, pro the fight, women's rights. But I feel like there's a thin line between male-centered and like, I'm looking for a relationship. Do you know what I mean? Like, it gets a little bit like, because I was thinking this even on my drive home yesterday from the Roma concert. Oh my gosh, and I was like, Am I male-centered?
Why? What happened? Did something happen?
Just
or you
because, like, no, nothing happened, but I was thinking, like, okay, I had the best night out with my girl, exactly how I wanted it to be. But when I was there, on the way there, in fact, I was like, oh my gosh, I was going to basically wear my house clothes because I wasn't planning on actually going. It was a last minute decision. And then I said to Yomi, I was like, actually, girl, let me dress up because I might find my man at the Rema concert. Who knows?
Right.
But then I was like, oh my God, is that me being male-centered?
That's not male-centered. At the end of the day, life is a cycle, right? We come into the world, we have our mum and dad. It's now our turn to become mum and dad.
Right?
And like we're trying to keep the cycle of life going. And if we're being honest, everybody wants a man.
Everybody wants a relationship.
Yeah. Anyone that says, no, I don't care, like maybe in the moment, maybe you're deceiving yourself. But like, that's not like, that's fine.
I think it's okay, right?
I
had to look at myself there and I was like, but it's the girls that would be like, I think for me, the scary male-centered girls are the ones that are like, you act a certain way when we're together and you act a certain way when there's a guy involved
like
in
trying
the
to
situation.
show off or do too much or
like,
slight your friends.
Relax.
That's different.
Like, that's weird.
That's different. I can't with that.
I think even for me recently, I've realized the importance of not having a male-centered fan base or like following, because like a lot of my friends, even you, majority women follow you, especially obviously now I guess since motherhood. Like even with Fiona, when she hit pregnancy, any 1% of men that were following her dropped.
They're gone.
So I need to get pregnant tomorrow, basically.
To get rid of men.
Because my thing is, I think maybe because of my shape and like the way I dress and whatever,
they want
guys tend to come and be like, hey, but then they get to my page and realize that I'm only for the girls, and they get a bit annoyed with me, and then I get a little bit of hate about it because it's like
an incel. Isn't that an incel? That's not the definition of an incel.
So, and I'm just trying to change up my vibe, because why are you following me? Are you going to buy the camis that I'm selling? Are you going to buy the makeup that I'm promoting?
No,
what are you here for?
It's true. So brands, they also look for that kind of stuff as well, right?
Brands are like, okay, if you've got more of a male gaze on your
They'll probably
page,
choose someone that has a higher women.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like, men, respectfully, if you're following me, I'm begging you, please unfollow me, because I
Minus the gays.
Minus the gays. The girls and the gays can stay. Guys, you ain't gotta go home. Get the hell out of here. Another timeline topic.
Okay.
In fact, she's not even a timeline topic. She's a household topic. She is the topic.
Wait, why do I feel like I know who you're going to say?
Guess.
Rihanna.
Oh, well, I mean,
am I right?
She's one of them. No, but she is one of.
You know, I love you, Riri.
Beyonce.
Okay.
Beyonce. Okay. Are you going to any of the shows?
I'm not. So I won't lie to you guys, and don't shoot me. I love Beyonce, but I prefer like her older music.
Okay.
I'm not really into the Cowboy Carter Bay that we're getting right now. I'm not against it, but it's not like
your cup of tea.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be like, oh, put on that. No, play that. Playboy
Give
Carter.
me one song from the album. Do you even
I could not give you one. All I look for is the cute clips of her and the girls, her daughter, Blue, and then the excitement. I love that stuff. Like I love seeing parts of her life, but the music, I'm not this era. Maybe the next.
Let's talk. If it would be really remiss of me to have you hear the London icon, like, because you OG fashion icon, baby.
Hey, don't do that.
It would be crazy of me to have you here and not talk about Beyonce's concert fits. The tour fits
have
been so sensational.
But she's always been on top of that. Her team is
10-10.
Like, I saw one reel of like them making one of her outfits
from scratch. Crazy. Even like the beading that goes into it, the time that goes into it. So my favorite, I'm going to show you one of my favorite fits. I was even saying to Yomi this morning from the tour. And typically I'm not a maximalist dresser, but this is a very maximalist outfit, and I'm obsessed with it. Guys, I'm going to put it on screen for you to see. What do you think about this outfit?
I love it.
Isn't it sensational?
Yeah, it reminds me of like, you know when she was in her Marine Surrey kind of era? I love it. I love the gloves,
delicious.
the details.
Right.
Oh, she's giving sexy.
She's giving B.
I went to the next slide and just seen it in motion.
And isn't it everything?
Oh, even with the jacket off. I'm not gonna lie, her shape, she looks good in everything.
Do you think it's shapewear? Because if it's shapewear, I need to buy the same exact shapewear.
They said she got a.
They do. They say B got a.
She got a BBL, so.
BBL, chill.
I don't think she needs shape.
No, I don't think she does either.
She probably has something on her thighs that probably keeps it like nice and together.
Right.
But I don't
well, she's known for the tights. Like she's always got the tights on. It keeps it smooth, lean, sensational.
She don't want no jiggly thighs. She just.
I'm not gonna. I like a little jiggle. I like a little jiggle. There's one walking video I have where I'm like strutting and my legs are doing.
Oh well, that's different. That's different. Yeah. No, that's different. But when you're on stage dancing, you don't want
all of that. Yeah. There's one video of Cardi and I'm like.
That's what I'm saying. All I need to do is catch one bad angle.
I don't think you can catch a bad angle of Beyonce.
That's something she's so put together.
There was one picture though that she definitely got wiped off the internet, and fair enough.
What picture was that?
I can't remember what. She was performing somewhere, and they were trying to link it to Illuminati something. And she was just in the middle, and when you make music, you make faces in like you're dancing or whatever. She had made a face, and they snapshotted that, and then it was. But girl, if I try to look for that picture,
so how did her face now come Illuminati? People are crazy.
Whenever people are too successful, they need to make it match to something negative. I'm so sorry. They need to link it to something negative, and I hate that.
That doesn't make sense.
Girl. But, yeah. Also on tour, B has been so somber lately. Like, there's always been the talk about like Sasha Fierce versus Beyonce. She's got like the alter ego, right? I feel like
where is Sasha Fierce? Is that like an old part of her?
Sasha Fierce lives within B, and sometimes
so she still does the Sasha. She is still Sasha Fierce.
She's always Sasha Fierce, but Sasha Fierce she resides inside B. But the thing is, typically when she performs, we see glimpses of Sasha Fierce. Like she comes out and she's proper like alter ego. But we've seen glimpses of Sasha Fierce this tour for sure. But I feel as though she's a lot more somber, now, right? But a lot of people are speculating. Well, a few people are speculating online that they think maybe there's something's up, or maybe she's ill. I don't think that's the case.
Oh no.
Or maybe she's retiring. Maybe all of these like back-to-back album tour is because...
Or maybe she's trying to keep it really safe and clean, considering what is going on right now with the men in hip-hop.
Oh. And
maybe. They tried to call out
this and that
V for some nonsense. Maybe she's like, let me not draw.
But she was crying though, There was one like, wasn't yesterday. It was like Saturday. One of the performances.
She cried,
babe. Why? I'm looking at Beyonce. And I'm like, wait, her eyes are glistening a little bit more than usual. Is she welling up?
Are we sure she was crying?
Is she crying? That's what I was thinking. Her eye. No, girl. She then fully wiped a tear, and I was like, oh my god, Beyonce's crying. Then I started thinking, damn, maybe I've been thinking that she's retiring, but now I'm like, okay, now I think after Act 3, that's it. I feel like we're not she even said on stage like a couple of days ago, I've been in this for nearly 30 years. No, she has. Like, we need to give her credit. She has tried. She succeeded.
I'm surprised she's still going.
Babe, I'm tired. Like, she's 40-something, right?
Blue, so.
She's 40-something, right? Do you know what? Tried. If Beyonce was to say to us, do you know what, I'm retiring, I'd be very upset, but I'd also be like, okay, fine.
She's a mom. She has multiple kids. Like, she has dedicated her life to us.
And at least, unlike Rihanna, she's kind of hinting, because Riri just left us for 10 years. Like, she said, anywho, pop my babies out, and that's that.
Do you think she's coming back?
I think she's always teasing at coming back.
I know.
There was a point where I was completely convinced that she was coming back, and then I haven't since the new pregnancy.
You're like, nah, it's not
I'm
happening.
Just like, girl, if you come back, you come back. If you don't, enjoy your kids. You gave us
I've come to terms with it now.
Do you know what I mean? Not even, you gave us how many albums back-to-back, tours back-to-back.
Yeah.
I was raised on Rihanna, baby. I am Navy till I die. Another timeline topic. Our last timeline topic. Teyana Taylor
and
that's
Mufasa.
Eric, Pierre, that's Mufasa.
Yeah. I'm loving it.
Babe, okay.
The surprise party.
How cute. Okay, so I need to ask you. PR or real?
I thought PR, but seeing them interact in that recent birthday thing,
it made me.
And the way he just pulled her in.
But he's an actor. This is why I can't date actors, because I don't know if you ever play. Are you playing with me? Are you real? Are you acting? And she's an actor too.
But kiss people on your birthday.
In front of the whole family.
In front of the whole family. That's a bit crazy.
But you know Hollywood. Hollywood have done crazier things than that.
That's true.
I want to believe it's real because
think?
looking at them, I'm not gonna lie, initially I was like, PR.
It's the way they came out of nowhere.
Just in our face.
Yeah.
Boom. We've arrived.
And it was very much giving friendship. I saw them doing one routine.
Yes, same. The one like TikTok routine.
Yeah.
And then she said Woody. I want to know why that name came about. Who's Woody?
Yeah. Maybe it was PR and has manifested into like something.
Because
I believe that
so
happens.
Cute. They are so facially, aesthetically, they are so equally
good.
yoked. Oh my goodness.
This guy's up a little London boy.
Wow. Oh yeah, he's from London.
Surely a piece of that London.
I feel like there's like maybe one more guy that looks like that in London. We don't have many of those.
I think there are some. Did you see that trend where they were dabbing up tens in London?
Where was that? Because I need to go.
Well, they're here. They just showed you that they're here.
All they're short. And I'm 5'11".
I don't know. Are they short? I think there's a couple. Might be younger than us though.
Hell no. Could I date? No, I couldn't date someone younger than me. I love an older guy.
What if he had his stuff together, like proper?
How much younger?
3 years.
Oh.
4 years. 5 years. No.
3 years. How old am I? 28. 25. Dating a 25-year-old baby? No.
Could you?
No. Cinnamon, can you go and sit down?
I knew Cinnamon was about to get in trouble.
He said, anyway, attention on me now. Yeah, 25-year-old saying, oh yeah, how old's your boyfriend? 25? No.
Yeah, it's too much.
No.
But you see it happen on like Love Island and stuff. And sometimes they
that's because money.
Yeah, it's true.
That's because opportunities and money.
To be honest.
Name me one Love Island couple that's still, apart from India and Dami, that's still going.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you.
I think it's just, like the older seasons.
Oh yeah, a couple of them have babies actually.
Yeah,
You're right. But going back to Teyana and AP, Aaron Pierre, people are, how am I going to say it? People are saying, okay, wait, first of all, let me reword it. How long do you think is enough time to move on from a relationship?
Well, remember what came out? It had Mr. Shumpit, was it?
Iman, whatever his name. Yeah.
It came out that they had been having issues and he had been abusive and had been
cheating and all that stuff
and all this nonsense. So
mentally, she had been checked out.
She's been moving on. For longer than it appears, because she would have been checked out, and who knows, they could have just not been together and just keeping up for appearance.
That's true. Because a lot of people are like, oh my God, it's definitely PR because she only just got the divorce. First of all, she got the divorce in like 2023. It's been like 2 years.
And divorces take time, you know.
Babe.
Divorces take time.
And he was really trying to drag her through the mud through a divorce too.
Yeah. Someone tries to prolong it. Like.
So do you think she's had enough? I think she's had enough time. I'm so sorry.
I think she has. Why shouldn't she be happy because she just came out of a divorce?
Fair enough, she was in a marriage for 7 years. They were married for 7 years.
That's a long time.
And 2 years later, she said, anyways, that's faster.
She upgraded.
I think she's...
That's an upgrade.
She upgraded for real.
Especially if what she's saying is true, which I believe. I always believe women. Like, so...
I feel like all the girls are upgrading. Cardi upgraded. Cash Doll
Did Cardi upgrade?
Upgraded.
I hope she's not gotten herself in the same situation.
Do you know what the thing is, right? Even if Cardi is here for a good time, not a long time.
Knowing Cardi... It's very possible.
I need her to drop that song where she's like, favorite rapper on your team. Yeah, he in my DM. Yes. I think that she's here for a good time.
Yeah.
And if it turns out to be a long time, fine. But I think it's an upgrade because even the way he kind of celebrates her, even the way we, like the things we see of their relationship online, I'm here for it.
I'm sorry, when did Migos last drop a hit? Or Offset last
year? He's busy trying to cosplay Michael Jackson. He ain't dropping anything.
I don't know what's going on over there. So
he'll be doing he next.
He actually he's not smart. He's not smart because where are you going from here? You had a global superstar that's bringing in them
and
coins.
Now you're trying to get child support from her.
You're going out sad, bro.
Embarrassing.
You're going out sad.
I thought you just got the 10 mil deal the other day. Where'd it go?
You got a 10 mil deal?
Bruh.
From
He
who?
posted on it.
Who's
He was like
paying
10 mil
Offset
in
10
the.
mil?
To do
Yeah,
what?
liar.
To do what? Offset to do what?
To do what, right? On some beats?
A little ad lib here and there. Offset. Who's paying you 10 mil for that?
He's lying.
Child, the last thing he got a check for was probably motorsport.
I swear to you.
Relax.
Yeah.
So sorry, babes. Don't like it. Don't support men. I do support men, but just not men like that.
Naughty men.
Let's get back to you.
Okay.
I want to talk about how you feel your fashion has evolved since we knew you from Mon Ldn to Mon Mother.
Mon Mother.
Mon
Wow.
Mother.
Mother. Okay. So how has my fashion evolved? Well, I was younger then. I had
more
a flat
risque.
stomach then.
Goodbye.
I was single then. So naturally, especially after like one kid's like one thing, but two just it's so mother.
It's
so like
so mother.
the other day I was doing a clear out because I'm going back to Lagos, so I had to just get rid of a bunch of. I know. I had to just go through my clothes and get rid of loads of stuff, and there were so many things that I just wouldn't wear again.
Really?
Yeah.
Like mesh see-through or what was the vibe?
Like mesh, see-through. A lot of them are just also outdated, to be honest.
Also
but a lot of mesh, and I feel like
bad B aesthetic.
cheaper kind of.
Okay,
fast fashion.
If it's not Hermes or Chanel, don't put it near me.
No, because clothes-wise, I'm still like I'm an ASOS girl, I'm a Zara
facts.
girl. So
Always,
it's not like
through
I'm
and through.
going crazy with the clothes. I do like a couple bits in there. Whereas before, I probably didn't even care. It was all about like bags. But like now,
Makes
I'm
sense. A little bit here and there.
yeah, I do want to throw in some nice quality clothes.
Yeah.
That, who knows? Even my child could like wear in a couple of years. So I know I am.
Can you imagine?
I use her to like validate every bad expensive purchase I make.
I do the same thing for cinnamon, far less for a baby.
It's a bit too much, but Taylor can wear it, so it makes sense.
When I got my Kelly, I made cinnamon wear it. I said, put this on your nose.
You did not.
I have literal pictures of cinnamon carrying my Kelly on his nose.
Oh my gosh. And do you know what's crazy? My husband gets so irritated. He's like, if you want to have expensive habits, then okay. But my daughter, leave her out of this. No,
Listen, I'm introducing my baby to a lifestyle we will maintain. So that when she's older.
No, but he wants her to have like values. I'm like, you don't know the generation they're growing up in because
Screaming.
I don't have to say nothing to her. Or
No facts. She'll know. Mama, I want the pink Chanel. You see it, guys? Please see your. Right. That's what I thought. How do you think styling for like your body and your identity has shifted? Do you think you're a lot more aware that you're a mum now, or do you just think it's just because my age or like how I've matured?
So, of recent, it's been my body. I'm not gonna lie, second child, like I think with my first child, I snapped back so fast. I was trying to like get back into all these like cute clothing and still. And also, I live in Nigeria where things are a bit modest. Remember when you came to Nigeria for your hosting?
I literally called you and I was like, girl, what do I wear?
What kind of things do you wear?
Yeah.
And then I think you even asked a few people. And when we went to dinner, we was like, oh.
Everyone was like modest. Kind of, yeah.
Modest. So even some of the clothes that I was wearing would maybe only be appropriate during like December or something. So I have changed my dress sense a little, also according to where I am. You see a lot more boots. You can catch me outside. Linen trousers, linen top, shirts.
It's giving mature, but it's still. One thing I like about you is that you'll still put a fit together and it's still sexy.
Yeah,
like it's
not. I'm not a grandma.
I'm mother and I'm old and I'm frail and I'm in my corner. It's still very sexy. Regardless.
Even my best friend is always reminding, not just me, because she thinks that we're all going to like ships and we all think we're like 50. So she's always reminding us like, you're still young. I
love that because
we can still dress sexy, girl.
Listen,
and I'm like, you know what? Yeah. So then it's all about styling things.
Yeah, and
trying to make them feel.
Girl, you got a whole fashion brand. I feel like love in itself. Your pieces are still sexy. Like if you're wearing that, it's still gonna be.
And I feel like it forces me to still kind of like, no, you can't think old. You're designing for
be contemporary still.
Yes, exactly.
In the moment with what the fashion trends are, because I'm not gonna lie, fashion trends are this and this and this.
They're all over the place.
I love the capri trend though right now. How are you feeling about the capris?
I love capris. I've been loving capris. I won't lie to you.
I love.
Yeah. So when I saw it come back, I was like, yes.
Especially as a tall girl, for my tall girlies, jump on this trend and don't let it die, because it's a thing where, you don't have to think about, oh my God, my trousers are too short. Oh my, this is too this.
Yeah.
Girl, the capris fit.
And you know what's crazy? It's such an old school trend.
I wore capris when I was a child.
Yeah.
That was a thing.
Yeah. So it's not like we'll look back and be like, oh my gosh, we were wearing capris. Like, no, it's like, it's been here. Yeah.
I have pictures of my mum in capris. Mummy was shelling down in her capris. Don't mess with Brenda. What the heck?
Hey.
What's your current go-to brand shopping wise? Clothes. We'll go to it. We can't match her with the bags and shoes, so we'll go to clothes.
No, girl. Okay, clothes. Like I said, I'm team Zara. I'm team ASOS. If you actually sit on ASOS and go into their new in and
gems,
you will find some gems. But they go so quickly.
Babe.
My notify me emails are crazy. But I really love ASOS. I love Marine Serre so much.
So gorgeous.
Yeah, I have a few.
So
pieces.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. What else do I love? I love a bit of everything. I love Pucci.
Oh my God! I need to actually get some Pucci pieces. I'm always looking through the site I want. I never actually purchase. So I need to go through and actually get some Pucci.
And it's also one of those things where Pucci will be around forever.
I agree.
Taylor can wear it.
She said Taylor is my meal ticket out of here.
Let me do what I want. Taylor can wear
it. Speaking of, I just spoke about my mother, Brenda.
The Brendas.
So I called Mon and I was like, oh, what are you up to? And she was like, I went to the nail salon. And I said, okay, bet. Because we live in the same area. So I came downstairs, went to the nail salon. We're exchanging heart-wrenching stories.
Deep information.
We're crying in the nail salon.
Nails, randomly.
Well, to be fair, Mon was keeping it together. Me, on the other hand.
She was not. I was like, Shani, it's okay, babe.
I'm gonna cry. Even yesterday, Yomi was telling me a story. It was just a cute romantic story. And I was like, she looked at me, she goes, stop crying.
Are you crying right now?
God, I cry for everything.
You are a crier, yeah.
But in this deep conversation that Mon and I were having, we realized both of our mothers share a name.
The Brendas.
The Brendas.
The
First of all, how a Nigerian woman called Brenda?
I know. But you know what? My grandma's called Pauline.
No, I'm sorry, these are very Caribbean names. Pauline and Brenda?
Pauline and Brenda.
But I don't understand. But I think it was just so random that we clicked on that. Obviously, both of us both our mothers are late. We've lost our mothers. But it was just really random to kind of click on that. How have you, it is a bit somber topic, but how have you found navigating motherhood, obviously, without mum?
So as you know, since my mum passed, I was very, very young.
Yeah.
I was literally 12 years old. So luckily it's not super fresh where I'm just constantly
thinking about
tears.
Yeah.
And my stepmom did step in and has been a very good role model. So in terms of first bath and all those things, I don't feel empty. Oh my gosh, who's gonna give my baby a first bath? Oh, who's gonna help me compress
She's been
my
very
stomach? Very involved.
I love that.
When I was in the hospital, when I got sick, she was there every day bringing me food, soup. So there is obviously that void of the love for your mum is always going to be there.
It's a different something.
It's different,
babe.
It came out of you.
Literally, I heard your heartbeat from the inside, babe. That's crazy.
And just having Tay, I just could never imagine leaving her. So there's also that aspect. But the fact that it happened so young, I think, is
You've
better.
adapted a little bit to
I've
it.
adapted to but this is basically my normal. I've spent more of my life without her than I did with her.
Gosh,
when you think
that
about
is
it.
such a
So 19
statement.
years without her, 12 years with her.
That's crazy.
Can you imagine? So most of my life it's become my normal.
Yeah, for sure. Even you saying just now, you can't imagine leaving Tay. Unfortunately, there was a situation where that almost was the case, which is why I was crying, guys. It wasn't for something silly this time. I was crying for real reasons. Okay.
I told you what happened in the hospital. Yeah.
Do you mind talking about it?
I don't. So, oh gosh.
Ooh!
No, I've literally just blacked out that part of this year. It's been crazy.
God,
so I'm going to really deeply think.
If I was you and you were asking me this question, I'd have been like, huh, what happened? Because I would have blacked out completely.
Yeah, and luckily I've been so distracted because I'm a maid of honor for my best friend right now, so that's all I've been thinking about.
That.
And it kind of also forced me to like get back
into
to myself.
Yeah.
But basically, I went in for natural birth with my son, thinking everything was normal because it was. I was told it was a low-risk pregnancy. It's the second time round. Things are moving along. But I think when I went for a scan, they said something about his stomach being small. So they were like concerned about his swallow, if he was able to swallow.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay.
So they didn't want me to go past my due date, and he was going past the due date. So they said, on this day,
we're going to induce you.
We're going to induce you.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. So I went in for a couple swoops. This is vital information-ish. I don't know where this infection came from. Sepsis is crazy. It's just an infection that just escalates. Basically, your body doesn't know what to do, how to
Not even overnight. It will be a few hours. Sepsis will progress into something crazy.
So I was in for my natural delivery, and it became a C-section, an emergency C-section, annoyingly. Then from there, he had to be resuscitated. So just trauma after trauma after trauma. And then that meant we had to stay in the hospital an extra day. But that extra day in the hospital is basically what I believe. So my daughter's telling me. So that extra day in the hospital is what I believe saved my life.
Which is crazy because first of all, they literally had to save your baby's life, then straight into having to now save your life because...
So I was doing okay-ish. Like, obviously, the recovery of a C-section is kind of crazy regardless. So I'm already in pain. And I think maybe they assumed that the pain I was feeling, because I suddenly just got this extremely sharp pain in my chest. Worse than any child labor, worse than any pain I've experienced in my life. Just I couldn't breathe. Like, every breath would like hurt me so bad. So then a bunch of midwives come over and they like walk it off. It might be trapped wind.
Don't tell me to walk it off.
I said, I am dying here. Do something about it. But they didn't. And they put me back into the bed. I'm still in pain. But I think now...
Finding it hard to breathe.
Like I said, sepsis is fast. And now my oxygen levels dropped. My heart rate, just things were just going crazy. So they sped me off quickly to another room. And so this first part is like, I was out of it. I was constantly on like IVs from all around the clock. So honestly, the first few days, I can't really remember. But I just remember them instantly just trying to do everything they could to like... To
get you out of this rut that you were in at this point. Because it was literally health after health thing.
Yeah. So funnily enough, I assumed it was sepsis because of what I had read online. On TikTok, like there's a lot of these sepsis stories. I was like, please don't tell me this is sepsis. Is it sepsis? So I had the nurses, making sure that it wasn't. It was sepsis. So those first few days I was just sleeping through it. They're trying to investigate what it is. They're constantly taking blood from me, sending it off to labs. Labs will get back with one thing, and then it will be another thing, and then another thing. I can't tell you all the things I was diagnosed with in that time. It went from bacterial infection in the blood, so I think that is what sepsis is. They treated that, and then it was pneumonia in the lungs, then it was something else, It was just back to back. Yeah, so that one thing now led to like me being in the hospital for 3 weeks.
And on top of that, your babies are at home.
So the first few days, he was still in the hospital because remember I told you that
he had to get checked and stuff. Yeah.
So my husband was like looking after me and the baby, like sleeping on the floor, like just he did not leave the hospital once. He was right there.
What I say, ladies, about choosing a good man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not just the right man, but a good man, the right man for you. Mm-hmm. Because when I say that man slept on the floor next to her, there was that whole time?
The whole time on this thin-ass mattress. There was a time I would like, babe, just go home. Then he'd feel bad because he'd go home and I'd like spike a temperature. So this is how they actually knew I was still ill after thinking that they had treated me. I kept spiking like crazy temperatures.
No way.
Yeah, and it was so scary. So they was like, we're going to have to open you up again, girl.
And
I was like, open me up again? You guys literally just told me that you're going to avoid that because that's risk of infection again.
You're going to put me right back in sepsis. No thanks, I'm good.
You're currently still, your CRP is like sky high. It was 400 and something.
Whereas normally it's like 20 or something, no?
No, it's less than. Yeah. So they said I can't go anywhere. Like I was begging them, crying, like I've been here, like I haven't even seen my daughter much, just when she comes to the hospital.
Yeah.
They're like, girl, well, if you want to get out of here, because these drugs were helping, but very slowly.
But it's a thing of like, imagine if you'd actually gone home when you were meant to have gone home.
Yeah.
That's a whole different situation in and of
More
itself.
than likely, they would have told me to monitor my symptoms. You know, they love monitor my symptoms or just something stupid. Like, so yeah, no, I thank God I was there, because even me, I might not have known it was, well, I did suspect, but like, I might have listened to them and just been like, let me stay.
Okay, let me relax, let me whatever. And then even getting from home to hospital is a whole journey in itself. But even hearing your story, it's like it's in those moments that if I didn't believe in God, now I believe in God. Because there's no reason.
I was in there singing every gospel song, praying. We were on our knees. And it's crazy because I kept calling you like, I'm sure the baby's here.
Why am I not hearing from Monica? I'm sure the baby's here. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe she's just in her new mum bubble. Let me leave her alone for a bit. Then I was like, no, I'm going to call her. And that's the day we ended up after
I was like, I'm so sorry, Shani. Like, I know you called me, because I'd come back to my phones eventually and just see you guys, like,
all of us there. Girl, where are you?
What's going on?
Is everything okay?
I was like, girl, just come downstairs. Let's talk about
it. Literally. So was Tay there? Yeah, it was just Caleb. It was just Caleb, wasn't it? It was me, Caleb, Cinnamon, and Mon in the nail salon. Me crying.
Yeah, so that's why she cried. That's why Shani cried. Yeah.
Like, it was serious, guys. I wasn't crying for no reason this time. But okay, let's get away from the sad because y'all, we ain't gotta be sad. We all here, we're healthy now. It's all good. Mm-hmm. How are you finding motherhood now as two?
Oh my God, I love it.
Is it everything?
I feel like
every time I call Monica, she's like, I'm just with my babies.
No, I feel like I was born to be a mum.
I agree.
Like, even when I have my nannies around, I'm still like, no, give me my child. Like, just help me with like household stuff. Like, I want my child.
I want my baby.
I love being a mum so much.
Her kids. First of all, Tay has given Cinnamon his own name. He's no longer Cinnamon. It's her dog, and he's called Bingo. I think it's the cutest thing ever. But no, I like, even like the manners that you've taught Tay, and like seeing how confident she is as a little girl. Like, there is only one reason that she would be that confident, and it's because she's got so much love and so much like being poured into her at home. Like, your manifestations as a mother they just shine through her. So I'm just like, I can't wait to see what Kayla's gonna do.
I've been drinking on an empty stomach, girl. Yeah,
I feel like you're right. You were definitely born to be a mom. I feel like
that's my calling. Like, that's the only reason I could leave everything I had going on here and be like, okay, do you know what? I'll leave it and go to Nigeria and start my life with you.
Mon Lagos. Mon Lagos to Mon Mother.
Forever. My mother is better. I will take Mon Mother before I take Mon Lagos.
So as just for like, I think my final question to kind of wrap it up for me, where do you see because obviously you're still an influencer, you're still mum and influencer and business owner. When it comes to influencing, where do you see your influencing going? Are you trying to stick to fashion? Do you think you're going to divert more into like motherhood stuff? Do you think?
That is such a good question. Sometimes I feel like asking my audience, what do you guys want to see? Because I'm in between a rock and a hard place, girl. Because I am not what I built my brand on anymore. I'm not that person anymore, if I'm being 100% real with myself.
I mean, motherhood changes.
I'm still a baddie, don't get me wrong. But like you said, the male followers, the baddie fashion, the fast fashion,
it's all changed.
The fashion over deals and all these things. It's not really my speed anymore.
Yeah.
So I am trying to get more to the mother side of things, but it's way harder than just like.
Do you think you can mix the two?
That's what I'm trying to do.
I
but
think
the
I could see you doing both.
Doesn't do as well as like. They just want to see my family.
I love that though.
No, if I post me and my husband viral, if I post me in some clothes, they're like, girl, we've been seeing this for years. Like,
we don't
show me your
want
family,
no
bitch. Yeah.
Show me the baby.
Show me the babies, exactly. So I'm trying to find I don't know if there's an audience for both.
I think that is. I think you have to nurture the fashion. I feel like you have to nurture the fashion side.
If you weren't already my friend, would you have been like, ooh,
babe,
yeah.
when you wore, was it your baby shower and you wore that yellow dress?
Okay, yeah, but that's it's fashion. But if you now followed me and started seeing a bunch of like family stuff, would you now be like?
I feel like there's a space for it. I do. I feel like you can make your own lane in terms of we still want Mon Ldn, the fashionista, but we also love the growth of Mon Ldn the mother, Mon Ldn the wife.
But you know,
what fashion are you wearing to take your kids for a walk?
Yeah, but then I feel true. But I feel like it's more for the newer audience. I'm trying to like, because like people
cater
that
to them too.
People that have grown with me, they're probably even on the same path as me and are like loving it. But people that are new, it might be a bit.
I feel like, do you know what I did recently? I did a reintroduction video because I was like, do you know what? I've got so many people on my page that ask me, where are you from? Where, like, what? How tall are you?
I think I forgot on your TikTok.
I've done one on my Instagram as well, and I pinned it. I'm like, hi, by the way, my name's Shani Jamilah, XYZ.
Were you not shy? Were you not
I was so shy. I was like, oh my God. But it was really well
so
received.
Scared to do that. Really?
I feel like you should do that. I feel like they would love that. Yeah.
I'm going to do it. Because you said I should do it, I'll do it.
Yay! Not me giving the
If 5 people, I'm very easy to come to. If 5 people under here say do it, I'll do it.
Okay, we're doing it. If you don't comment, I will beat you. I'm joking.
So that is cute. That is cute.
But my darling, I really enjoyed having you.
I always love chatting with you.
Girl. It's like chatting with your friends is actually the best therapy.
Let's just flow.
Do you know what I mean? Glass of wine, chatting with friends, sleeping dog. Is he alive? I don't know. That's a problem for a different day. But we have been sipping with SJ. Thank you, babe.
Thank you.